Sabrina Jones, manager of the Partnership on Youth Violence Prevention, is here with us today to provide us with the resources and tools we need to combat gang violence. Edna Smith mentioned that certain signs that she missed with her son and his gang involvement. What are some of the warning signs that we all need to look for when a kid is thinking about joining a gang or getting involved in gang activities?
I think it goes to secrecy, joining a different group of friends. You could have tagging in their room on their notebook paper, certain colors that start to come up in their clothing and some of the accessories that they wear.
We've got lots of students and lots of teens with lots of questions, and we're going to start right here. What's your name?
My name is Allison. I currently attend Lansdowne High School. And my question to you is, being that a lot of teens are basically rebels to society, how are you going to come into our, world and basically try to influence us in a positive way?
Well, I've learned by working in an alternative school lately that sometimes you have to meet them on their level, and sometimes just approaching them with the soft voice and the soft touch doesn't work. So sometimes I have to come at them hard.
I know a lot of questions on this side. Let's start over here this time. What's your name?
I'm Tyler Hester. I'm a junior at Northview High School, and my question is, I've seen my community, my neighborhood. Do you honestly think that programs and, things that you're doing like this really are going to work?
I think, honestly, in theory, they should work. By what they tell us has worked in so many other communities, yes, in theory it can. But I think the way I sleep at night is knowing that I may not save everyone, but it's that I made the good effort and that I see some positive changes in the classrooms and the kids that we're dealing with.
Sabrina, the negativity and the doubt that comes with an organization and people not believing, like that question we just had, do you find more of that comes from kids or from adults, community leaders, civic leaders?
I think both feel the same way. I think it's from the kids as well as the adults, and they have a right to, because we've seen this problem for so many years. How do we know we have the right tools to fix it now? And so that's why it's a multi-systemic approach.
Hi, my name is Shakai O'Neill, and I go to Ocean Lakes. And my question is, what made you get involved in this?
Actually, I was involved in community development prior to doing youth violence and gangs, and so I wanted to work with young people. Primarily, it was more focused on the political side, and now that I have an opportunity to work in some of the alternative schools and with some of our gang members, I actually like it more to be able to just touch base and actually see the difference from day to day.
The difference is kind of an important thing. It's kind of where you plateau or you can pat yourself on the back. The challenges in this type of organization probably far outweigh the rewards.
They do. They do. There are days that I'm like, I don't think I reached one single person. And so we may have a group of 18 girls when we start the beginning of the semester. And by the end, when we have our graduation ceremony, there may be 5 left. And so that can be a daunting task.
Who else has a question? I know we've got one right over here. Go ahead. What's your name?
I'm Sierra Harrison from Kings Fork High School. And Ms. Sabrina, I was wondering, me being a people's person, I want to know what kind of ways can I approach my friends who think about joining gangs and know it's not right to do?
Just kind of talk to them about some of the realities of gangs. Obviously, the most extensive being locked up and going to jail, and there's more extensive laws for being gang members, but also just the association of being around gang members, and that can get you on a list at times, and so you'll be watched, how it'll affect their future. And so ask them if they're truly your friend to join you versus joining the gang, and you'll probably have more fun together and stay out of trouble.
Well, Sabrina, you did reach some people here today, and I'm sure you reached some people watching at home. After the break, you'll hear first-hand accounts from local detectives about what's happening on the streets and what they're doing in the battle to end gang violence. Stay tuned for more Plugged In. Awareness and prevention are critical in the fight against gangs and violence. You can find out more information and access to the resources presented in this program online at cox11.com. One way you can stay plugged in.